What you hear it, listen. What you hear it, listen. X gon' give it to you.
baby! We're talking X, baby. We ain't talking Z. Oh, man. Let's go on, man. Bring it. Yeah, come on. All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Jay for real, dude. Who am I here with today, man? OGG, baby. OGG. On XWhyZ Sportstakes, man. You feel me? Hey, let's get right into it, man. I feel like we got to start with the draft, man.
The draft,
man.
Thank you, Steelers.
For what?
For passing on the drama queen.
You didn't want Shador?
Man, no.
You didn't want Shador?
Nah.
Why?
Nah, man. I'm done with the Deontay Johnsons. I'm done with the drama, man. If you ain't a superstar, if you are not a superstar, just keep yourself in check. That's all I'm saying.
But you don't think that quarterback for it?
No.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I think he's just basically a less athletic Justin Fields.
What?
A less athletic Justin Fields.
You don't think he's better? You don't think
Justin Fields looked awesome in college? I loved Justin Fields in college. I loved him. He tore Nebraska up. He played better against Nebraska than Shedeur Sanders. Different teams. I know they're different teams, but he looked a whole lot better. I'm not saying that he's not going to be an okay quarterback. I'm not saying he's not going to be in the second coming of Brock Purdy, man. You know, Shedeur Purdy.
Good.
He could be, but
you don't think he was worth getting in the fourth round?
One reason I think we all know why. We're already getting a prima donna. It sounds like we're getting Aaron Rodgers, and that's enough ego for the whole building. If you were Tomlin, could you handle Aaron Rodgers and Shedeur Sanders? Is that even possible? What would Aaron Rodgers turn Shedeur Sanders into? I don't think he'd make him a better quarterback. He might make him a little more crazy. And I'm not on the Aaron Rodgers hype train either.
But we could have just took one of them. We don't even have either right now.
I think we're going to end up with...
We don't even have either of them right now, though. That's the thing.
I would have been happy with Russ. Russ is my vibe. I know people don't necessarily like him, but I would have been happy running it back with Russ. And
our team is low-key built for Russ right now.
I know.
So who do you think we're just going to have to deal with Will?
No, it's gonna have to be. I don't see a lot of other teams.
William Howard.
Yeah.
William Howard.
And
William Howard.
And I know he's happy that he's at Pittsburgh.
Why?
I think he grew up somewhere around there. I'd have to look it up, but
I mean, shoot, he does play well with good. He had the best receiver in college.
We'll see. I think the Browns is the worst possible landing spot for Sanders for success. The worst possible. Worst possible.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're being groomed by Deshaun Watson. And when I mean groomed, knows what's going on behind closed doors with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, hey.
He's putting on that Diddy tape and inviting Shedeur in, man.
Pause, bro. You gotta pause on that. Can't use that. Can't be saying Diddy and not saying pause. Hey,
all I'm saying,
I go lie. That quarterback room is in though.
Kenny Pickett,
Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel.
Who's gonna be their starting quarterback?
Gonna be their starting quarterback.
Week 5. Forget week 1. Week 5 after they've figured things out. First of all, Deshaun Watson's out. He's hurt. So they're at 4 quarterbacks. It's gonna be
Dylan Gabriel or be one of those. Those two guys are gonna be.
Which Joe Flacco there? Is he getting cut? Keeping him as the emergency? Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett's getting cut. I think Kenny Pickett.
Or do you think they trade whoever comes out of OTAs and looks the worst between the rookies? I mean, I don't see
Like a set.
I don't see a world that you keep two rookies and one vet, 40 years old. That as bad as Kenny Pickett is, at least he started in the NFL.
You got a Super Bowl. Got a ring.
And he's awful, but he is an
got a
emergency
ring.
quarterback. He's an emergency quarterback.
Got a ring.
So I think Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders are fighting out the third spot and potentially to start. Like I see Kenny Pickett. Obviously, he's your bottom, right? He's your bottom feeder. Yes, he's bottom feeder.
I think, but the thing is, I think Shedor's gonna win it. I think. I don't think it's like hard, but I just think personally, like first.
I think Dylan Gabriel gives you a more cerebral quarterback, more athleticism, less accuracy. Sure, is an accurate quarterback. The key with him is can he throw on time? Can he throw in an NFL system because he's not athletic? So, but does he have it up here? I'm telling you, man. Does he have it where he can?
Well, we already see it now. So this is the first time in his career where his dad's
not just his dad's not coaching him, where they're going to run a more complex system, where you're going against. The thing with Colorado is in their conference they didn't play this year with UCLA, Oregon, everybody joining the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But their schedule wasn't that tough. They didn't play. Colorado as a whole looked really bad against. They looked bad.
Oh, he was awesome.
But I'm just saying, they were all over him. Nebraska's DBs were all over. I know that the O-line didn't do him anything. So he's a tough quarterback to evaluate. I do think he's accurate, but he's got to grow up if he's going to be. All the people that are like, oh, he shouldn't have dropped. Man, you can't go into an interview that way and act a fool. You weren't good enough to tell teams where you want to go. You're not Aaron. And Aaron Rodgers isn't Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers thinks he's 32-year-old Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't checked his birth date lately. So I don't think the Steelers wanted to bring a rookie in to start, and Will Howard's not coming in to start. He's coming in to sit.
So who's going to start?
I think they have a deal. I think they're making a deal with the devil. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is starter week. I don't want Aaron Rodgers.
I feel like my thing is,
I don't think Aaron Rodgers wants Aaron Rodgers.
Thing is with Aaron Rodgers, we gonna get like a good like couple games out of him, and he's gonna start getting injured and start complaining.
Well, we'll see.
Be a whole thing going on.
And it's Mason Rudolph and Will Howard.
We have Skylar Thompson.
I think our roster is going to be Will Howard. So anyway, kudos to the draft of the Steelers in the first round. That was a good pickup. Their first pick and third pick were super solid. Derek Harmon, he's the exact kind of run stuffing, athletic, all around D-line. They see him as a Cam Hayward replacement. So that adds
and the running back we got.
Oh, nice. He's an NFL style running back.
He low-key gives me Le'Veon Bell vibe.
Yeah. So I don't understand in the fourth round. I don't understand in the fourth round an edge rusher.
Yeah, I don't.
Even though I didn't want,
honestly,
even though I didn't love Shedeur Sanders,
we made some questionable.
I probably would have taken Shedeur Sanders
in the fourth
round.
Why not?
I would have done that.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Like at that point.
Matter of fact, maybe you do what Cleveland did, and you take 2 quarterbacks in the fourth round and 6th round. You take Will Howard later, and you decide in your camp who's better, and trade or release one of them. You know,
I just feel like we passed them.
It was a weak class. At least we're not the Giants.
Shit, you're saying like we're not desperate, right?
We're desperate, but man,
we're definitely that desperate. I feel like get a quarterback.
I just don't know about Jackson Dart. Kid out of Louisville. That's
Jackson Dart.
He's older than a lot of starting quarterbacks already. Got a nice arm, nice athlete. But he was at. Like it's the season, like in the second, third week of the season, he'll be 26. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it pans. We still got to figure out our quarterback. If we don't get Aaron Rodgers, what do we do?
Will Howard and Mason Rudolph, and we'll see. All right.
You want to hide out to
NBA. 90s are back, baby.
Are you liking it?
Man. I'm liking it.
I'm not.
I'm liking seeing some guys be a little bloody. I like a little physicality.
I'm not gonna lie.
Got bad news for you. They're not winning.
Bro, they're gonna win this one. You didn't see what happened at the end of the game? See what happened at the end?
I saw the final score.
After that?
I saw the final score.
Alright, so basically, Curry's son. He's
be crying after Game 7. And I'm not even a Houston fan, man. But Houston's more athletic. They're younger.
But we were just up 3-1, man. You don't think we can...
And now it's 3-3.
You don't think we can get another one? Got 30.
I just think they're old. Not talented, other than Curry and Jimmy. I mean, Podominski's he should be like a 7th or 8th guy on the bench, rotation guy.
Really? Think that about Podominski?
Yes.
That good?
If he was on a good team, if he was on the Celtics,
a lot of guys.
No, just here.
You're naming like
the teams you want to beat. I'm naming the teams that your peers, man. I'm not.
You're naming the number 1 team.
Okay.
Number 1 and number 2 team.
All right. Where would he be on the Timberwolves?
Around the same place for.
He's below Dante. DiVincenzo. He'd be a step below, a little below that. But he's a starter on this roster. That's my point. I'm talking about 7th man. DiVincenzo's what, 6th or 7th man on, he's the 6th man. He'd be 6th he's 6 or 7 because you got Naz Reid, right? So the reality is, I'm not trying to bag on him, but he's not a championship team level starter. Is he? Be honest. 6, 7, 7, 8.
6,
7, 7.
6, 7.
7, not 6, not even 6. He ain't even a 6 man. Hold up, he ain't even a 6 man.
6, 7?
7, 8. 7, 8.
Not even 6, 7?
Not 6, 7, 7,
6,
8.
7.
No, man.
7, 8.
7,
6,
8.
7. You don't think so?
Anybody out there? This Podominski guy. Be making like a sandwich for you at some little deli somewhere.
All right, now that's disrespectful, bro.
Well, at least, what about the other guy? What's the dude that was the accounting guy at Golden State?
Spencer.
Man, Spencer. Looks like he's the bookkeeper for the Warriors. Now he's playing.
Hold on. Now I gotta actually show his face, don't I?
Tell me he wasn't in the accounting department for the Warriors. Saved him a bunch of money on the salary cap, and they're like, since you did such a good thing, we're going to play you. And I know you played a few years ago.
Can't even. Damn.
Take a look at that. Pat Spencer, man. CPA extraordinaire. Kudos to you.
Pat Spencer.
Spencer's playing. My boy, Jonathan Kuminga's sitting on the bench. My guy, Jonathan Kuminga. The guy that Kerr will not develop. Steve Kerr, what are you doing with that athlete? What are you doing with that athlete?
Like, we could really do much, man.
What are you doing with him? So let's get on to tonight's game. The Joker and the Claw.
Good.
It's going to come down to two players.
You know, I'm gonna just say who's gonna win it.
Yeah. Clippers going to win. So you're taking. So I think Joker and Kawhi are going to cancel each other out. I think it's going to come down to James Harden and Jamal Murray. Gee.
George.
At home in Philly, man.
Oh yeah, he's in.
I forgot he was still in the NBA, honestly.
I did too.
That's why. I was sitting there thinking of that. I was like, man, if he would have.
If they had Paul George right now,
Huh?
like had like a version of Paul George.
If they had like mid Paul George, like just healthy, adequate Paul George. No, seriously, like, and I feel bad. I know his body's breaking down, but you put adequate Paul George on this roster, and they had already won this year. You know,
that's what I was thinking, bro.
Like Kawhi's finally playing healthy, and you know he's not to his old self because he's not.
I'll only be seeing PG on podcast.
What's that?
I only see PG on podcast.
Well, because that's all he does, man. He's at the same point of his life I am. That's all he's got better to do, man.
I feel like I've seen him have more podcasts.
In basketball years, he's my age. That's the whole thing. Maybe older.
Damn. Ron definitely is.
Man, nah, he's in a time machine. That dude's in like a. I feel bad for
you
him.
think LeBron's gonna retire?
Yeah.
Think he's gonna have how many more years he got?
2 more years.
Think he's gonna play two?
I think he's gonna play 2 more years.
Like one. Like this upcoming.
LeBron, play 2 more years just to prove him wrong. Depends.
Like just one.
It all depends.
What does he need to do in 2 years? Like what does he even need to do?
What is he gonna do when he retires, man?
What does he need to prove? Like,
Be on a podcast?
He's 40, man. Like, bro, he's 40. Like, what does he like? Got to be 41. What does he need to prove?
I think he'll play at least 1 more year. Obviously,
he's not gonna get a ring. You know what I mean?
Unless they can do something in the offseason, something crazy.
Bro, he's not getting a ring. I'm not gonna lie.
I heard he already got like P90 fit for Luka Doncic. He's gonna get him in like a CrossFit class, get him in shape.
Bro, they need to just go get AD. Him, Luke.
Go sign Nas Reed. Anyway, so I agree. I got the Clippers tonight in a tight game.
You got Clippers.
Tight game.
I got
Clippers in a tight game.
Who you got?
111, 107.
Who you got winning? Warriors, Rockets.
Make sure you sit down.
What?
I got the Rockets, man. I know the
Rockets.
I got the Rockets. I got the Rockets.
What about Cavs, Pacers? Who winning that?
I got the Cavs in 5.
I would say, what about Boston?
Boston in 6.
I'm not gonna lie. Why is the East not overrated? Like it's only 2 like real competitors.
Yeah, that's it.
What about? Damn. So the Clippers.
The Knicks just aren't it. They're a tier below. They've got a nice roster.
Their team's tagged.
They got a nice roster, but I just don't know if
they don't got a like. If Brunson was like a, he's a number 1 player, right? Like a number 1. Put his team like winning.
To me, they have all the pieces. I just don't. If there was any team that needed Jimmy Butler, if there was any team that needed Jimmy Butler, it was the Knicks or Draymond. They need a true dog on that team, and they got some. I like a lot of their players. There's some. They just need a dog. They're not overpowering. They're not, or they need a vet. Or they
just need.
They need something.
They missing something. Huh?
They're just missing something. The Celtics, they just overpower you because they're so solid across the board. There's no team that has.
I feel like
so much. Like they
have that though.
Huh?
Yeah, having like Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges,
yeah,
Brunson.
So Porzingis and Karl Anthony Towns kind of are similar players.
Exactly.
But the difference is you have two long athletic dudes that can get a bucket whenever they need it, uniquely.
You got
effortless.
You got OG and Mikal Bridges,
but they are
not to guard them.
Yeah, but they can't. They can't handle Jaylen Brown. They can't.
Those are two elite defenders.
They can be elite all they want. And then that means you got to put Jalen Brunson and his 5'10" ass on Derek White. Derek White's going to cook him. Brunson's going to get his, but he's going to get cooked on the.
Or Manju.
Holiday is going to be guarding him too.
Yeah, but
I'm being nice, giving him 6 games. By the way, I'm being nice.
They're gonna win it.
It depends on if they get blowout early in the series. If they get beat down in Boston,
that's crazy, bro.
If they get beat down in Boston the first 2 games, it's going 5. They better make one game competitive. If they get beat by 15.
I don't even like the Knicks.
I don't like the Knicks either. I said 6. There ain't no way it's going 7. It ain't going 7.
Nah,
it ain't going 7. I'm just saying, if they get blown out in Boston in the first 2 games, it's going 5.
So you think that the Rockets are going to?
I think the Rockets are going to win.
You got Rockets or?
Oh, Timberwolves.
About
not the Rockets.
If the Clippers win, who you got? Clippers. Thunder.
Oh, I got the Thunder, and I don't think
Thunder versus Timberwolves. Baby.
Thunder and Timberwolves. 7 games.
Celtics
and Cavs.
Both of them go to 7.
I think both series go to 7.
Yes.
Upset. I'm going to call the upset.
Cavs are going to win.
Cavs in 7. Cavs in 7. Waving at LeBron. Saying wish you were here.
Cavs aren't
I know, but it's an upset in the sense of
because
Boston's the champs. I think that's gonna. I think there's no doubt. Indianapolis, Indy ain't got a chance. Indiana, they ain't got a chance.
What about Thunder?
Man, that's a tough match. I just think the overall depth and athleticism of Thunder is going to win out. Although, man.
Ant-Man.
But that whole roster is finally starting to gel.
No matter what player you give Ant, get out.
That's a nice matchup.
Ain't gonna lie.
I think the Thunder are going to win, but it wouldn't shock me. I'm going to hedge my bets and say it won't shock me because Minnesota is down the stretch playing much. I think the odd.
Because Ant, I ain't go. Nah, if Ant. See, I just want the Warriors to win. So we can play Ant. Or it could be the one person.
What? I'm about to drug test you saying that. Shut Ant down?
Like, not like defense. Just like one-on-one. You seen what's happened with all the old heads that like, come on, as an old head, you should want Curry to like.
You know what I like though? I like the youngster. He's got dog in him and admitted he's come to take it. He's not a whiner. He doesn't expect it to be given.
Curry's not a whiner.
No. But a lot of young guys like whine, like, oh, I need my respect. You don't hear Ants talking about give me my respect.
He don't even want to be looked.
No. That's my point. You don't hear him like, oh, I didn't get this award. Man, Ant's like, I'm about to take you out. He don't talk about wanting any respect. He's like,
Man, he told
I'm going to show you on the court.
He told Obama he's the truth.
And
He told Obama he's the truth.
He don't care. For me, as an old head, I love this swag, man. He's like, he's going to come after you. He don't care who you are. He don't care if you're LeBron James.
As somebody who really got to watch him, does he remind you of personality?
Oh, I think he definitely has that same kind of dog in him. He's got that same dog.
You of him? As
Kobe, MJ, he's got that same mentality that if he wants to get you down, he doesn't want to just beat you. He gets a chance, he wants to humiliate you. He don't care. He ain't out there to make friends. He ain't gonna hug you. Wants to dunk on you.
You think Steve Kerr would have ruined?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He'd be like, early in his career, like, you can't shoot the three, so we just can't find him. There's just not a spot in the rotation for him. Early in his career, before he could shoot like he can now,
That's true.
they'd be like, and kudos to him for developing his shot.
And then he had the league.
Yes, but early in his career, Steve Kerr would have found a way. Like, well,
didn't Steve Kerr not like him in the beginning? Steve Kerr, man.
Steve Kerr.
So, final thing is then, now that you got the seat,
I still think the Thunder, top to bottom, are the best.
I thought you said Celtics last time.
I did, but man,
you know what? I got Timberwolves. If the Warriors, man, I got Timberwolves. I want to see it.
I'd be fine with that.
Bring it
it's
on,
tough.
man.
The Celtics are a loaded roster. I don't know. Really like Cleveland. I don't know if they're going to choke, though, due to this. I don't know if the Celtics will stay healthy. Is Porzingis going to stay healthy?
I think the Celtics going to be.
Yeah. Good matchup. I think the downside. I think the problem the Cavs might have, obviously, when they play Celtics is length. They'll get exposed
and it's Celtics know how to win.
Celtics know how to win.
Cavs got to learn how to lose.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong on that, but it won't be the first time. You
gotta put wrong. I'm wrong. Right. You're right.
You're right.
Hey,
so,
that's a good.
Who knows? I may change my story next week.
Yep. Hey, till next time. You feel me? We gonna wrap this thing up. So, boy, Jay for real. OGG.
Shadur, do Brown's things, man. Do Brown's things. That's all I got to say.
Hey, on XWhyZ, hold on, man. We got to bring it back. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Z, baby.
Let's go, baby.
All right, man.
Got it, baby.
We had